Hey guys, welcome back to Caleb's Fish Corner. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the 3 betta tanks you see behind me. They're 5-gallon aquariums. I'm just going to give you guys a little update, a little quick look at them. They're not going to stay like this for long. I do want to change them. They're about 2 to 4 years old. The gravel was bought back then and the fake plants. And I'd really like to redo this tank, make it look more natural, maybe add sand or more natural looking gravel, add some rocks and actual live plants. But one of these betta fish is actually my wife's class pet basically, but due to how everything has gone this year and how they're doing the school system, we figured it'd be less stressful on the fish to be in the fish room in a controlled environment where it's not getting chemicals sprayed over it and so forth. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you stay tuned. This is 3 of my 5-gallon aquariums that I have for the 3 betta fish that I have. Each individual betta fish is in their own 5-gallon aquarium. These aquariums are about 2 to 4 years old. The bettas are about the same age as well. But I do want to change up the scape as it is a little scarce, and I'd like to add live plants instead of fake and actually change out the gravel. But this betta fish right here is one of the ones that my wife has that she usually has in her classroom, but due to the increased cleaning and stuff like that that goes on in the school systems as of now, we figured the fish would be better off being in the fish room and not having chemicals possibly put in the water. And then down here underneath the heater, if I get the light on it, is another one of our betta fish. All of these betta fish are just your standard fancy betta fish. And then the one female we have is this one right here. And this is actually, believe it or not, the most aggressive betta fish that we have. But I really do love these betta fish. They're really pretty fish. They have tons of personality. They're really simple to take care of, but having a fish that is very popular in this type of hobby often means the fish is usually mistreated. They're stuck in tiny bowls and even sold in pet stores and cups. But the aquariums I'm showing you is 5 gallons each and 1 betta per fish tank. And about 5 gallons is what I consider the minimum. You can do 3 gallons, a betta in a 3-gallon aquarium, but just know that you'll have to be doing water changes or have tons of live plants to help provide the best environment for that betta fish. Betta fish have to be one of the easiest fish to take care of. They're by far one of the easiest fish in my fish room to take care of because they don't take up a lot of space. And usually people put them by themselves, so they're not in a community, they're not in a tank full of other fish. So the actual waste production that a betta makes is actually quite minimal. But with live plants or good filtration and then a good maintenance schedule, it's really easy to keep the water parameters healthy. Of course, when you're looking at the parameters of the water, you don't want to have any ammonia, you don't want any nitrite, and you want to keep your nitrates between 40 parts per million if you have plants or 20 parts per million with no plants. Also, our pH in the water here is about 7.5 to 8.2, and the betta has been seen to be doing fine in it. Now, in our apartment, the water parameters that we had, the pH was actually around 7 to 7.4. Both places have soft to hard water, and the alkalinity is about 180. But the fish have seemed to be doing really good. They're really healthy. They're getting pretty old. They say that the average betta lifespan is about 2 to 5 years, but some have actually lived up to 15, although you have to be keeping them in basically perfect conditions at all times. We've had 2 betta fish in the past that we had live for 5 years when they both died, and they were just your typical crown tail standard betta. One was blue and black and name was Hydra, and then the other one was a purplish red collar and its name was Leviathan. But betta fish are a really good beginner fish, and it's a really good one to get people in your family or friends into the hobby as well, because it doesn't take up a lot of space. You don't need to go out and buy a 150-gallon aquarium or a 29-gallon aquarium. Now if you want to buy that big of aquarium to put your betta fish in, the bigger is always better. You get more water to dilute the toxins in the water, like your ammonia, nitrite, and nitrates, and you give the fish a lot more space to swim around. But you can definitely do it in a 3 to 5 gallon aquarium, which is what I recommend if you don't have one betta. We actually named all of our betta fish, and this one right here is the female, and this name is Nebula because it kind of reminded us of the galaxy hair collars, because she's a purple, red, and white with maybe a little bit of blue. And then in this aquarium, that's Glacier. He is a black with a really pretty green with a slight hint of blue in it, along with white at the ends of his fin. All these bettas are the fancy bettas. I'm not sure what kind. They're not like the Half Moon or the Dumbo, but they're all just the fancy kind. And then this one, he's clear in the back, but this one actually has 2 names. This is my wife's class pet, but we call him Nug because he's like a copper collar, but the kids in their class call him Swim Shady. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the betta fish. If you liked it, put a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. I will be doing more escapes with the betta fish tanks and doing updates on those. So if you want to see it, be sure to stick around so you can see those updates. Also, if you want to see any other things in the fish room that's going on, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll be able to see how the fish room and all the fish transform from where they are now to the plans I have in the future. As always guys, stay fishy, stay safe, keep keeping fish, and I'll see you next time.